So, forgive my appearance, but yesterday was Mother's Day, and as I mentioned in my last video, I lost my mom on Christmas Day, so it's been kind of a rough time. But I wanted to hop on here because I have a video today which is Liv Tyler's bath/mask routine, and you know, I love the 90s beauty. Liv Tyler is like beautiful 90s icon, and I wanted to try out her various routines, and this was the first one I tried out. How did I get the information? Well, there is a video on Vogue's channel which has Liv Tyler's beauty routine, but I also went in a little deeper than that, and I scoured online articles as well as various magazines that she's been in, where most of them are about her career and what movie she's working on at the time and stuff like that. But they do have some cool articles that mention things like fitness, her favorite beauty products, and stuff like that. So I kind of compiled that all together and came up with various routines that I plan to do videos on. The first one is bath/masks. Then there's shower, nighttime skincare, daytime skincare, makeup, and lifestyle/fitness. So this is the first one I tried out. First, the baths. The baths is pretty simple. There's like 3 different ones a week, so I did 3 a week I did this for 2 weeks. And the first product is the Neep Mineral Bath Salt, Joint and Muscle. This one, you'll see in this video that she uses a lot of stuff in her bath. It didn't say how much she used, but I think this says it's like 8 baths. Initially, I went and I just dumped the whole thing in there because you'll see why later. It seems like she uses a lot of bath products. I wouldn't recommend to use the whole thing in one go, like I did, because of this essential oils in it. Kind of give you like a little bit of a tingly feeling on your skin. It's a little bit too much if you pour the whole thing in there. So what I've been doing after that is just pouring in half and using half of it for one bath. And it's pretty good. Will I repurchase it? I might. It's about $20 a bottle, which isn't that bad. But, you know, I like it, but it's not my favorite thing. These next 2 baths are things that I definitely will continue because they work fine and they're super cheap. So she described pouring in a whole box of Epsom salts. I don't know what kind of boxes she was using or how much was in the box, but she said a whole box, so that kind of makes it sound like a lot to me. So I just got your basic generic Epsom salt from Target. This is like $3 or $4, which is great. And I just poured in like a pound or 2, like a lot. And then for bath number 2, you would pour in a bunch of Epsom salts and then an entire bottle of hydrogen peroxide. And that's supposed to be very detoxing. And then also, so you do the Epsom salts, the bag of hydrogen peroxide, and then a few drops of your favorite essential oil, because Liv Tyler loves essential oils, and that's an easy way to incorporate it into your routine. The last bath is the Epsom salt, a few drops of essential oil, and an entire box of baking soda. Again, this is like $1. This is like $3. This is like $2. So it's really easy and really cheap way. And then whatever your favorite essential oils are, just, you know, 5 to 7 drops of essential oil in your bath. So that's all the baths. I definitely love the Epsom salt ones and have continued those. I probably will not continue this one just because, like, it's not really my favorite scent or anything. So the next thing is the masks. The first one I have here is the Silicosmet and Selman Mask Anti-Stress Mask from Switzerland. This is the one mask that I really saw a difference in my skin with. The next day, my skin looked very radiant. Now, this isn't really what it says it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be like a mattifying and clarifying mask. It has clays in it. That's what I read in the description. And that's not what I experienced. I didn't experience mattifying or clarifying or anything like that. But I noticed the next day when I use this that my skin looks very radiant. So I do like it for that. However, I will never be repurchasing this because it's $160 and you get this tiny little, like, look at that. It's teeny tiny. It's 2.14 ounces. So it's not really gonna last you that long for $160. And even though it's really nice and it works, like, that's just not worth it to me. So I won't be continuing that, but I am gonna enjoy it while I have it. I mean, it's like a deluxe sample size, you know, when you get like the deluxe samples from like a Ulta special bag or whatever, or like a Sephora points. It's like a deluxe sample size for that much money. It's just ridiculous. But I like how it says it has clays and flower waters in it. So that's the first mask. The second mask, and I did these together because when I like to take a bath, I gotta sit in there and soak for 20 minutes anyway to get like the good juju from it, you know. So you might as well slap a mask on your face since you have to sit there anyway and kind of double task. The next one is the Barbara Strum face mask. And it comes with a little brush. This is almost just as expensive. I think it was like $120. And let's see how much is in here. 1.69 fluid ounces. So it's even less product than the Silicosmate. And it is a little bit less money, but not that much less money. And, you know, I'm going to use this while I have it, but I'm absolutely never going to buy it again because this is a ripoff. I read about what this mask is supposed to do, and it seems that it's supposed to be very much a mask that is calming and soothing. That's not what I experienced at all. When I brushed this stuff on my face the first time, I had a burning sensation all over my cheeks, and my cheeks turned bright red. And then a couple days later, all the skin peeled off like I had a bad sunburn. I don't know what it is that's in this that did that to my skin. I noticed the second time that I used it, was stupidly, I did decide to use it again. It happened again, but it was not as bad as the first time, and I have continued to use it. And it seems like my skin got used to it over time where it's not irritating my skin like it did the first time. But I just don't understand how this would be like a calming, soothing mask and it burns your face off. So, I mean, this didn't do what it said it was going to do, even though I really liked it, and this didn't do what it said it was going to do. And, you know, I don't particularly care for it, but since I already bought it, I'm going to use it. I have the next one here, which is a substitute, actually, because the one that she said she loved using was the Bliss Triple Oxygen Mask. Well, unfortunately, that has been discontinued and is no longer available, so I couldn't get the Bliss Triple Oxygen. So I bought a few things that I thought would be extremely similar and tried those instead. And I got 3 different things so I could just get a well-rounded substitute. The first one is the Nature Abyss Oxygen Finishing Mask. This one, I believe I actually have purchased this one time before. It's nothing extraordinary, but, you know, it's pretty nice. I like it okay. Would I buy it again? Maybe. I'm not in love with it, but it's fine. The second substitute that I purchased, which I've actually been really wanting to try out for a very long time, is the Dr. Brandt Oxygen Facial. I was really excited about this and it's kind of a disappointment because the stuff just foams up so much on your face that the foam, it's like if you were to take a ball of foam and throw it on the wall, it's just going to slide down, you know, like on the bathroom wall. It's just going to slide down because it's nothing but bubbles. Very, very thin bubbles. And so you put it on your face, and, you know, if you want to... No! If you want to leave it on your face for 10 minutes, you have to keep reapplying and reapplying it because it just slides down your face because it's so thin and bubbly. So it's not really the greatest. I was a little disappointed, but again, since I bought it, I'm going to keep using it, and then I'm just not going to repurchase it again. Hey, stop! Sorry. Every time they hear a little noise outside, they go crazy, but the last oxygen facial that I had to try is the Exuviance Illuminating Oxygen Facial. This, I really enjoyed. It's like a really pale pearlescent blue color. It comes out like a liquid soap. It has a nice texture. The only thing is, after you start rubbing it in, it turns into a foam. It's not as bad of a foam as this because it doesn't just slide off your face. The only thing that I didn't like about it is that it bubbles up into a foam, and then you can feel the little bubbles popping all over your face, which is kind of neat, kind of weird. I decided that it's not the best, but it's okay. So, you know, I may or may not repurchase it at some point. I probably won't because I just like to always try different stuff all the time, but I'll enjoy it while I have it. And then there's one final mask that Liv Tyler mentioned. She's actually mentioned this in many, many different places. So I think that this is one of her main go-to staples, like cult classic favorites. And that is the Astera Blue Flame Purification Mask. I purchased this right before they ran out of all of them because unfortunately this too has been discontinued and you can't get it anymore. So I tried it out. I loved it. It's great. It's a shame it's discontinued. So I did try to shop a couple of products that I thought would be similar. So I looked for blue masks. The blue is typically attributed to like blue tansy and things like that, which I think has calming properties. This also has clay in it, so it's going to draw out impurities. So I looked for substitutes. The first substitute I found was something I've been wanting to try for a while, which is the Herbivore Blue Tansy Mask. I wanted to love this. I was really excited to try it. But I have to say, it says it's a resurfacing clarity mask. You know, I didn't notice any difference in my skin. And I just really didn't like the texture of it. It's kind of goopy. It's like goop. But it's like a really thin goop. So it just doesn't spread well on the face, and I just don't really like the texture of it, and that's it. And then the second substitute I found, which I actually have purchased and used this before and very much enjoyed it, is the Strivectin Multi-Action Blue Rescue Clay Renewal Mask. This starts out as a white clay, and it has little beads in it that you might think would be like exfoliating beads, but they're not. So you take out the white clay and you start to spread it all over your face, and the little beads burst and they turn the white clay blue. Leave it on for 10 minutes. This stuff is great. I'm not really sure if the blue is from the blue tansy. It doesn't seem to have the ingredients on it here. Okay, it says white clay, probiotics, and blue algae. I've purchased this before. I will purchase it again. I love this mask. So out of all of these masks, the best ones that I can recommend that are really very nice is the Blue Rescue. This is about $42, I believe. And the Sella Cosmet, which is $160. And for that reason, I won't be buying it. This one also retails for around $42, I believe. Same with this one. I think it's around $39 or $40. We went over the Barbara Sturm's, $120. It's not that great. Again, this Austera is a shame because it's a great mask and it was only like 14 bucks. I mean, what a steal. But you can't get any more. This was one of the worst ones and it was like $75. It's a Jip. Don't buy it. And this one is alright. And I think it was about $45. So that's all of your price points, my review, and the actual routine. The next one I'm going to be doing is the Liv Tyler shower routine, which I think will be a little bit more exciting. And I look forward to that video. Just running some errands today, taking a day off work, and trying to kind of recover from the hard day yesterday. Kind of been hanging around the house, having some naps, but I'm hoping to get out of the house and maybe do a little plant shopping today. So wish me luck. I hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you soon.